everybody. Let's get into this, guys. How y'all doing? I hope everybody had a great evening, a great day. Hope everybody had a great day. I'm pulling everybody up on my laptop so I can see who's here. Hello, Tracy sis. Tracy is the first name that I see, guys. Hello, Brother Mike. Hello, Dana Bland. Hey. Let me see who else we have. Hello, Bushwatchers. Okay. Okay. We set. We can see everybody. Mike say hello to my beautiful wife. And Tracy say, hey, husband. So listen, Dana, we're speaking. And thank you for the jewels, Dana. Princess Strickland. Hey, sis. Hey, ADHD. Hello, all. Yes, we know what you're doing. Nick _ hey, sis. How you doing? Thank you, Dana, for the marshmallow. Aw, that was so sweet. That was so sweet, Dana. Thank you. Thank you. So listen, guys, this is good. This is good stuff, y'all. It is ramping up. This is ramping up, guys. I didn't come to stay long. I just come to just give you guys an update on what's going on in our world of politics. Hey, Nick, I like that. That just came out of nowhere. I like that. That had a nice little ring to it, Nick _ They had a nice ring. Did you catch it? Yeah, they had a nice little ring. I hope I'm not buffing on anybody. Can everybody see and hear me? So listen, guys. Listen, listen, listen. Listen, Linda, listen. Thank you guys for joining me this evening. If you guys would so kindly hit the like button for me, I appreciate it. I haven't had a gold button in a very long time, so I don't know why YouTube took the gold from me. But if anybody want to bless my platform, you guys already know what to do. I don't have to say it a million times. Thank you guys for the gift. I love the gift. I love the beautiful emojis. They really just warms my heart for me to just see the love. I thank you guys so much. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act in 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for a purpose such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So, hey, loving my grandson. Hey, sis. Hey, everybody. So y'all come on in and relax and do whatever it is that you're doing. Just keep me on audio so you can hear what I'm saying. Let me tell you guys something so you guys know that on yesterday we talked about, hey, Lynette. Thank you, Michelle P. Sister. Love you. Thank you so much. I love you for that. Thank you so much. So listen, on yesterday we talked about Pete Hegseth blowing up the boats in the Caribbean, and it was 2 survivors from the first strike. And the 2 survivors was hanging on to the wreckage, and a second strike came and just took care of them. Now everybody's pointing the finger at each other saying that they had nothing to do with it. So on this morning, I woke up to hear them talking about Pete Hegseth. He's going to use this admiral for his scapegoat and said he didn't have anything to do with that. But I would like to say this on that matter. When you are the Secretary of Defense and you're the top man, you cannot point the finger at someone else. That's why you got that position, so you can know everything that's going on. You're supposed to know everything that's going on. Good evening, Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. Hello, sir. It is your job to be in the loop and to know everything that's going on. When things happen, you're not supposed to be this person talking about, I don't know and I didn't have any idea, because if that's the case, then you're not the man for that job. So many people agree with me, and we say that you're not qualified for that position, and you just making it to be true just to say something so recklessly and stupid that you didn't know and you had nothing to do with it when you are the man at the top. You are the man at the top. Now you got that job, that high-paying position. Taxpayers are paying you to monitor and safeguard this nation. So I don't understand why you could say you did not know that that admiral was going to do that second strike. And most people know that people that's been in the military for a long time, like 40, 50, 60 years, admirals and generals and stuff like that, they know protocol. They know that they cannot go above the president or the Secretary of Defense calling no type of strikes or decision without running by you guys. So that just don't even sound like it's true. Hello, Gloria Wiley. Hey. So that's where we are with that, guys. Now they're pointing the finger at each other. Something else happened today. So are you guys ready for this? So you know that we are not in war with anybody. And the code of conduct in the military is that after you do a strike on somebody, and after they are no longer a threat, you're not supposed to continue to attack. That is the code of conduct. If you go beyond that, then they call that a crime, a war crime. So now, this might come as a surprise to you guys, but we know that Trump has only been president again for 1 year. December makes 1 year. Do you know that they already talking about impeachment again? They already trying to impeach him again after 1 year. I said, wow, 1 year? 1 year? And you are already getting ready to be impeached again? Let me tell you guys what he's done now. He has authorized the military to strike on Iran. He's telling the military to strike Iran, guys, without getting the consent or the authorization from the without getting congressional approval. He has told them to strike Iran. Now, He has many impeachment on him already, guys. But for him to make a decision or to start a war without talking to the congressional board of Congress and the senators and everybody and getting their approval, he went ahead and told them to do the strike. And now he have triggered another impeachment. So on today in Washington, D.C., they are demanding instant removal of DJT. And when they was in this meeting, having this meeting or this vote to have him removed or to start impeachment proceedings again, guess what he did, guys? Guess what he did? Stormed out. Stormed out. So they knew how he act. Look, they knew how he act when he lose something. The same thing he did when he lost in 2020, how he would not leave Washington. He would not congratulate the new president. He did not pass the baton or whatever they call it. He didn't pass it like happily or to congratulate the person. Yes, Nick, a big baby. Do y'all know he would not congratulate Biden? He would not, the same way Obama did him. He did not do that. He feuded, he pouted over that situation. And at one point, they thought they was going to have to remove him because he said he wasn't going anywhere because he insisted that the election was stolen from him. And I didn't understand that at all because I was trying to see, I know this guy get to hear the news and hear other people talking. I don't understand why he thought everybody voted for him and it had to be stolen, the reason why he lost. So if he had won, that meant everybody voted for him. But since he lost, he felt as though it was stolen. The Democrats did something fishy did something underhanded. That was the only way that he could lose, not thinking in his narcissistic brain that some people just don't like you, sir. It was so many people that did not vote for you in 2020. I don't know why that was so hard on you. Now, he stormed out of this congressional meeting to have him instantly removed. He stormed out. Now he won't deal with anybody. He has went against the courts. He went against Congress. And now he has went against the Constitution. He is doing whatever it is he wants to do. He's doing whatever he wants to do because he thinks he has the authority to do it. He thinks he can do whatever he wants to do. Do you all know what Pete Hegseth did on yesterday when everybody was saying that he should be fired for that second strike and everybody felt like he called that to happen? You all know that the building for Secretary of Defense is called Department of Defense. I can't do nothing but shake my head on this stuff, guys. The building for the Secretary of Defense is called the Department of Defense. And what do Pete Hegseth do? What do? he have changed the name from the Secretary of Defense. He called the building the Department. I mean, he changed the name from the Department of Defense. The new name is the Department of War. I just wonder how much is going to be destroyed under this president in Washington, D.C. How much is going to be dismantled, destroyed? How much damage is going to be done when the next president take office? How much is they going to have to put so much stuff back together that is just being demolished? It's just being demolished, guys. And it's just ridiculous that we, the people, the taxpayers, can't do nothing but just look at it in awe and wow and let all of this take place. Ain't nothing we can do because we already voted for the senators, the House of Representatives, the Congress. You know, we have already voted, the legislators, we already voted. So we put our vote in on those people to speak up for us, to take up for us, and to make sure everything goes smoothly. But they have a tyrant in Washington, D.C. that is doing whatever they want to do and dare anybody to say anything about it. Nick underscore said, I don't think the next one will be able to what? Finish the sentence. The next one will be able to put everything back together. This is what blows my mind when it comes to politics. When the Democrats come in, when they are elected to be the president and to rule the House in every way, they have so much mess to undo and to put back into place to where the 4 years just go by so fast and everybody say, what did they do? What did they do? The same way they did Obama. What did he do? It was such a mess coming in after the Republican 8 years. He had a lot of stuff to straighten out to where the things that he promised the people that he would do, he didn't really get a chance to do it because it was such a mess. That's right, fix his up. I get what you're saying now. You don't think that the next president going to be able to do it? I think if he go the full 4 years, they might not be able to do it. So I don't know. I just know that he has no respect to the courts, no respect to the judges. He don't respect anything, guys. And they know how hard it was to get this man out of office the first time around. That's sad. Guys, it was really, really bad. If you guys don't remember, he would not step down. They thought that they was going to have to call in the National Guard to remove him because he would not leave, because he was dead set on the office being stolen, the elections being stolen from him. And he made up in his mind that he was not going to go. He was not going to leave. He stayed in office all the way to the day of the inauguration. The inauguration, I think that's what you call it. He stayed there. Instead of packing his things and leaving, they had to just start throwing stuff together because when he decided that he was going to leave, but he did not leave until he got good and ready to leave. And all Biden could say was, don't worry, he's leaving. Don't worry, he's leaving. And Biden just kept saying that. Don't worry, he's leaving. But this man right here, now here we go again. He's storming out of meetings. He's disrespecting the judges. When they tell him that they need him to show up so they can have some type of hearing or talk to him about what he's doing and how to fix it, he don't show up. He has no respect for the Constitution. And I want to know what is his real problem with the Constitution of the United States. We know that he never served in the military because he said he had bone spurs in his feet, so he was able to get out of that. So he never went to the military. He never served in the military. But what is in his mind that he wants to change the Constitution now? He wants to go along with the Constitution as long as it fits his narrative. But as soon as it starts not fitting or agreeing with what he stands for, then he wants to change it, like voting. Everybody knows that presidents are only allowed 8 years and then 2 terms. Let me say 2 terms. They're allowed 2 terms and then they have to step down. And then we get to vote somebody else into office. Oh, that's so pretty. Thank you, Gloria Scott. I love you, girl. You always come in and get spoiled, Granny, so much. Thank you. So listen, we know that with the Constitution that you only allowed 2 terms to be president. But when he ran and he told the people, if you vote for me, you're never going to have to worry about voting again. Nobody questioned that. Nobody said, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? We already know you only get 2 terms and you already had 1 term. So this is your last term to be president. And you don't went up in there and demolished the White House, the whole East Wing, gutted it out to build this ballroom. You're just doing so much and you're being allowed to do it. I heard another news commentator say he is pushing all the boundaries. He is testing all the boundaries. He's pushing everything to the limit. He's going to go as far as they allow him to go. And I agree with that. He is pushing all the boundaries. He's going as far as they would allow him to go. He has pushed that envelope all the way across to the other side. He has no respect for anybody up in Washington, D.C. It's his way or no way. That is why Dana say they still haven't fixed the tax return back from where a lot of people were able to itemize. Let me tell you about that, Dana. I haven't been able to itemize ever since Trump changed the standard deduction from his last term. This is what I heard today, guys. I'm like, oh my God. I don't know whether they have approved it or not, but what I heard today was disturbing for me because I heard today that we're not going to be able to collect income tax next year. Have anybody else heard that? We're not going to be able to file income tax next year because of the tariffs. Now, we did hear them say a few weeks ago that Trump was going to give everybody $2,000 because of the tariffs. We know tariffs is already tax being placed on the taxpayers because it's for import what's coming into the country. Yeah, that's what I heard today, Nick. We're not going to be able to file our income tax next year. This is what I heard today, guys. We got to look deeper into it and see how true it is. I heard another news outlet say that, and I was like, what? I know that I heard them speak on that last year when he was running, but I didn't know that they had did any sit down talks about it. But I definitely heard them say that he wanted to get rid of, and even the governor in my state has said something like they want to stop people from getting income tax, and they want to just lower the tax or something like that, where people don't have to, people won't be able to file income tax anymore. I heard that. I heard it last year. So when I heard it today, it wasn't like my first time ever hearing it. I wasn't caught by surprise like that. What I was caught by surprise is that they said that it's already in effect. And I was like, wait a minute. I didn't ever hear nobody talk about it. I heard them mention it. I heard them mention it last year, but I didn't hear nobody say, okay, it's written in stone. So I don't know how true that is, but I got that from another news outlet that we won't be filing income tax next year because of the tariffs. And I was like, let me think now. My brain started thinking, the wheels started turning. So maybe that's why he promising everybody the $2,000. And he said it's also because of the tariffs. He's going to be able to give everybody the $2,000. And he said with that $2,000, and I quote, this is what Trump said, y'all can use that $2,000 to pay for your own health care. $2,000 going to pay for health care for the next 3 years you're in office? Really? Really? And you all know that they are supposed to do something by the end of this year. They got to meet some type of extension or agree on something before this year is over. If they don't, then our premium is going up in January 3 times what it is right now. Yes, guys. This stuff is going on. That's what I say. Even though we don't want to hear about it, and we know God is in control, we're never going to remove that. We're never going to not know that God is in control. But this is what this is the system of things that we're living in. And there's nothing wrong with being knowledgeable. It's nothing wrong with being abreast, enlightened to what's going on. Even though you don't have to worry, you don't have to pull your hair out, you don't have to get depressed, you don't have to just panic, but just to know. Because the Bible says, my people will perish due to lack of knowledge. So this is knowledge, guys. This is stuff that we need to know, even though we're not worrying, but we need to know what's going on. Like when I heard that today, I said, wait a minute, when did they decide that? I heard them mention it last year when they was doing their campaigning and their rallies and running. I heard my governor speak on it, that they want to stop people from getting income tax because they're gonna lower the tax and do something where we're no longer gonna be able to have income tax. They want to get rid of it. Just like they want to get rid of Social Security, Medicaid, all of this stuff. Income tax was part of that. They want to get rid of it. It's in that big, beautiful bill that they signed off on, 2025. That. It's in that we no longer get to file our income tax at the end of the year or the first of the year. They want to do away with that. Yeah. So when I heard that, I was like, wow, I didn't know that. They made a vote on it already. So If I had my phone went off, my tablet be acting up. So I wish I had my other phone so I could Google it or go into the see can I find out more about that. I'm gonna bring you guys more about that on tomorrow, guys. So I'll let you guys hear more about that on tomorrow. How true it is and what's the talk about that. But let me tell you guys something. Let me see what is the poll. Well, I'm just gonna ask you guys, did you guys know that they was even considering that? That is our poll for today. Did you guys know that they was considering to do away with income tax? You guys never heard that? Put me a 1 in the chat if you guys knew about it, at least had heard it before. Because I heard it last year when they was on their campaign, when Kamala and Trump was on their campaign, I heard this. So give me a 1 if you never heard it. I mean, give me a 1 if you know about it, if you have heard it before. Nisa at all? I don't know, says Tracy. Nope. Gloria said she had, y'all didn't never hear that? Okay. Yes, I heard that. Sheila say they trying to get rid of money too. We would have to use a card. Might say, so if we can't file tax anymore, that must mean we don't have to pay taxes anymore. That's what they was talking about. That's what they was talking about. You all know, so good observation, Mike. I'm glad you put it that way in layman's terms so people can understand. That's what they was talking about. They want to get rid of tax so people don't pay tax anymore. And in order to do that, we would no longer be able to file our income tax. So that's what it was all about. So I didn't never get to the end of that because I just knew they threw it up in the air and nobody really been talking about it anymore. I never heard any more about it. But until today, I heard someone say that next year, people are not going to be able to file their income tax. And I was like, what? Where did that come from? I didn't never hear the end. I didn't never hear them say, okay, we're going to vote on it. I never heard anything else about it since last year when I first heard it. And I know that my governor here in the state of Georgia was talking about it. They was going to we're no longer going to be able to file our income tax. I know that there was talk about it. I know that it was talk about it. But I don't think they ever made the decision to do away with it. Did you guys know in some states, they don't pay tax on anything, so they don't file income tax? Did y'all know that this already exists? That exists in Virginia, guys. In Virginia, like in West Virginia, where my family's from, they don't file income tax. They don't pay tax on anything. Did y'all not know that? That it already exists, but it's just not in all 50 states. Sheila said, yes, I heard about that. Yes. My family members in Virginia, they don't pay tax. They go to the grocery store. They don't pay tax on nothing. They don't have to pay tax. But they don't have income tax either. They don't have that. They don't file income tax. Yeah, so it's already exists. It's not unheard of. But I think they were trying to pass it to all the states. But I like filing income tax. Don't you guys? I don't mind paying taxes, and then at the end of the year we get to file it and get that income tax because it always thrusts me ahead so I can get so many bills taken care of and get my roof on my house redone, and it gets taken care of a lot of things to get a percentage of money all at once than just worrying about tax on this and tax on that. Now let me tell y'all something that Trump said. Trump said that we're no longer in inflation. Inflation is over with. He said inflation is over with, guys. And we know, going to the grocery stores, going to the clothing store, wherever we go, we know the prices are sky high. So what is he talking about? What is he talking about? Inflation is over. He said that. Inflation is over. That's why I know that something is not right. Somebody's not living in reality. Something is not right. Yes, Mike. Yes, we all look forward to that. We all look forward to that. So I'm like, when I heard that, I'm like, I ain't like that. I ain't like that talk. I did not like that talk when I first heard it last year. I was like, I don't like that. When I heard them say that, when I heard my governor say that, I was like, no, I don't do that. I don't mind paying tax. Don't do that. Don't take that. So that's what I said. So yeah. Did you guys even know? Did you know? That's why we got to stay abreast, and we got to stay enlightened, and we got to stay visual so we can know this stuff, so none of this stuff will catch us by surprise. Y'all can like count on Granny to bring you guys whatever it is that I hear. I will bring it to you guys. You know, I can only bring it to you. I'm not a politician. I never been a lawyer or anything like that. I didn't go to school on political science. So I can only bring it to you and deliver the message in layman's term on what I understand. So I can only pass it to you guys so you guys can understand it the way I understand it. So when people drop in and they're looking for a Don Lemons or somebody like that, then that's who they need to go seek out. Because this Ask Granny Now right here, this Ask Granny Now, I'm only speaking on layman's term. I can only explain to you how I understand it. And a lot of people appreciate that. A lot of people is right there with me on layman's term. Just say it, make it plain, make it clear. That's it. You ain't got to give me a million big words. You got to do all that. Make it plain, make it clear. Like the Bible says, make your request known, make it plain, make it clear. So that's what I do. I try to make it plain, make it clear. And that's what you got to figure out. I'm going to tell it to you the way that you're going to understand it. Yes. So did you know that it was even a discussion? Yeah. Did you know they want to take away? Yeah, this is true. Let's see what the world, the poll go out into the world. So let's see how everybody feel about it. Did you know they want to take away and we'll start our poll, guys. That is so true. I heard it last year. And I didn't like it then, and I don't like the sound of it now. That's right, Sheila. In this word, he's telling us about knowledge. He's telling us about knowledge. Yeah, we should know stuff. We're supposed to know things. A lot of people don't be want to hear about it. They're like, I don't want to hear it. God got it. Yeah, God don't. He gave us a brain though. He gave us free will. He want us to be smart. He don't want us to just be ignorant to everything. You all know that. I don't know how these conversations get back to our ancestors. I don't know, is it because I'm just an old person? But our ancestor was tortured and killed for just trying to open up a book and read. Our ancestors was tortured and killed just because they wanted to open up a book to read. They have kept us in bondage from knowing things. So anytime it's somebody's giving me something that's informative, I'm running to it because I want to know about it. I don't have to be become obsessed with it or let it just rule over me and put me in no type of dark space, but just to know what's going on. Yes, it's very, very good to want to know things that's going on. We live in this world, we live in this nation, we live in this system. So it's good to know what's going on, guys. Now let me tell you guys, y'all, Mike, you think you were celebrating on that, you and Princess Strickland. Y'all gonna celebrate on this right here. Now, it was this lady back in 2026 when all of those women came out against Trump and said that he had fondled them or he did some type of sexual assault against them in his bachelor days. And there was this lady by the name of Eileen. I mean, not Eileen, but Ian Carroll. Ian Carroll. Ian Carroll. That was her name. And she said that Trump had sexually assaulted her. And he denied it. And he talked about her. He talked about her. He said that she didn't even look. She was ugly. She didn't look like his type. He said all types of things about this lady. He ruined her reputation. He had people trying to hurt her and target her and violent threats and stuff like that. So y'all know that she had a case in court where she was trying to sue Trump for $10 million, guys. She was trying to sue Trump for $10 million for defamation, shatter her reputation, target violence towards her, and all of those because of her sexual assault accusation against Trump. Let me tell you guys what the court did. Now, she only wanted $10 million. That's all she wanted. She won. They gave her a verdict. I don't know whether it was today or not, but I heard it today. Guess what the verdict is for, guys? This lady only wanted $10 million. They gave her a verdict of $83.3 million. She only asked for $10 million. They gave her a verdict of $83.3 million. He got to pay her. $83.3 million. Y'all know he's going to take the taxpayer money to pay her, right? $83.3 million. Trump got to pay this lady. Yes, $83.3 million for ruining her reputation, for making her a target, for ruining her life. She's getting $83.3 million. The jury, when they went out, it only took them two and a half hours to come up with the verdict. 2 hours and 45 minutes to come up with this verdict. It was seven men, guys, and 2 women. 7 men and 2 women. They came up with this verdict of $83 million. Whoa, that's a lot of money. She's covered for the rest of her life, y'all. She's covered for the rest of her life. $83.3 million. And that's what Trump did, and now he's got to pay this lady. Gloria said, no wonder he's been looking crazy. So, you guys learned today that Trump has authorized the military to strike Iran. That's starting a war, guys. Pete Hegseth have changed the Department of Defense to the Department of War, changed the name to the Department of War. Oh, brother. He's blaming this admiral for calling that second strike on those civilians, those 2 civilians. They said some of those boats are fishing boats, guys. Some of those boats are fishing boats. They say that Pete had said they have did 21 strikes in the Caribbean Sea on those boats, guys. 21 strikes. They have unalived 80 people in 21 strikes. I don't know how they sleep at night when they're doing stuff like, when you're not sure about something and you unalive somebody for something that you're not sure about, surely your mind or something should be like, you should be haunted by that. You know, like, did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? You know, were those really drug boats? Were they really trying to bring drugs into the country, or were they fishing boats? Was it just a family out trying to fish for food? Because some people fish at night. Because they say the fishes be biting better at night. I have heard people that fish say that. I have heard people that fish say that they like to go at night. They are blowing these boats up at night. And some of those boats are fishing boats. But they're saying that they are trying to smuggle. They're trying to smuggle drugs into this country. So listen, Tracy say, should have gave her more than that. He don't need no money, girl. $83 million, that lady's sad. That lady's sad. I hope she do something good with it. I hope she do something good with it. You all know about the lady. Y'all remember Prince Andrew and the lady that was saying that he had some type of sexual thing with her when she was underage. I'm glad I have my notes right here in front of me, guys, so I can give y'all the name, because I love to bring the names back up so you guys can know who these people are. But this guy, he settled with this lady. He settled with her. The prince, he said he don't have no recollection of ever touching an underage kid. This was part of the Epstein file right here, guys. The lady named Prince Andrew as being one of the people that funded her when she was underage. But he denied it. But even though he denied it, he settled it out of court. He didn't want to have anything to do with it. He didn't want to bring that dark shadow on his name. You understand? Because he is a prince. So he settled it. He settled it out of court. I'm going somewhere with this, guys. I want you guys to hear me closely. He settled it out of court. And this lady took that money and she moved to Australia. And she bought her a farm. And this past August, they found this lady unalive. And they said she took her own life. Now, after the prince have gave her this money to just leave it alone and just shut up and go somewhere, she was found unalive on her farm that she purchased. But she had already told her family that she felt like people was watching her, and I never think that she, if anything happened to her, that she took her own life. And I said that because this lady's got all of this money that's going to come from Trump. I don't know what to tell her to do when you get that type of money, because it's hard to trust people. You don't know who to trust. Hello, beautiful, classy lady. You don't know who to trust. And when you get that kind of money from these powerful people, they have said that you ain't gonna never enjoy it. You know, I don't heard people say stuff like that. You might get it, but you ain't gonna never enjoy it. You know, stuff like that. So those people often are found unalive. Something happened to them, some tragedy happened to them. Don't you guys know that? So her name was, I'm thinking Gilia. I know it started with a G. And I'm trying to say the name correctly. Gilgard but yes, she was awarded. The prince wanted to settle out of court. And they say he took her social security number and just passed it out to different people. After she took the settlement, he took her social security number and just gave it to anybody and everybody and all types of things. And anyway, the lady was fearing for her life, so she went out here and bought her farm, and then she turns up unalive. Plus, the lady said, I had a feeling that they would be thinking about that. I pray they at least give us 2 years so we can get ahead a little. Well, I heard them say next year, and I'm just hoping that they lying, classy lady. I don't want that to be true. Might say, Dana, yeah, they were trying up. They was tying up loose ends. That's a shame. You talking about the bombing of the boats? Mike, no wonder he's looking crazy, it says Gloria. But what did Dana say? I'm trying to find Dana's comment. That's what they was doing on yesterday, Dana. That's suspicious. Yeah, because they know they just blowing all of those boats out the water like that. But y'all, that lady that found her unalive in August of this year, 2025. And she was the lady that was in the Epstein file. She was the lady that wrote the book. She wrote a book. And they said Trump's name is in her book. 2020 time, 2020. His name is in this lady's book. Or in the Epstein file, 2020 times. But anyway, the lady wrote this book and she was naming names and everything. And she had Prince Andrew's name in that book. And he told her, he do not remember ever doing such a thing like that. He don't remember that. Hey, Glennis. Hello, sweetie. How you doing? Aw, Glennis. Where you been, girl? You know I miss you. Don't stay away so long. Drop in and say hello. How you been doing, Glennis? I hope all is well with you and your family. I hope all is well. Don't you guys get distracted too much. I think all of this stuff is a distraction. I'm happy to hear that. Glennis say she's okay. I'm happy to hear that, Glennis. So listen, on that note, guys, we got to go back to the drawing board and see what else we can bring out here for you guys. I'm going to make sure we're going to know it all. We're going to know it all. We're going to know what's going on. So nothing's going to catch us by surprise. We're going to at least know what they're thinking, what they're planning. What took me out today was that meeting, that congressional meeting that he stormed out of. Now that took me out. And the news outlet that I was listening to was just talking about how he has no respect. He stormed out the meeting and they telling him they demand instant removal. I don't know whether it was instant removal of Trump or instant removal of Headsack. But they demanded it and he stormed out like, I ain't got to listen to nothing y'all say. I'm the president. Y'all don't tell me what to do. I tell y'all what to do. I'm the president. And he didn't go back, and then he would not sit down with the congressional office people, or he would not sit down with the senators. He won't sit down with the judges. The judge told him not to send that lady out this country. He did that. He just breaking all types of rules. And when he declared war on Iran, he authorized a strike. They said that without congressional approval, that triggered another impeachment. I said impeachment. Now this is the part that gets me. Before Trump came along, guys, y'all know impeachment was big. If one of our president was impeached, everybody be like, oh my God, that was like the worst thing that could happen to you. And just to hear them say today that Trump has many, do y'all hear me? Trump has many of impeachment. I say, what? No wonder he's taking them as a joke. No wonder he's taking them as a joke. He has many impeachment. That's crazy, right? How do he get so many impeachment being the president? 34 felons. He's been impeached multiple times. Now, because he said he authorized a strike on Iran that's going to trigger another impeachment, he's not even respecting the ones that he already have on him. So we're going to get deeper into this and see what they're going to do. Okay, Glennis, thank you. Glennis said, I've been in the bushes. I've been listening. Okay, thank you, Glennis. Nick should be both. ADAT, please smack the like button. Mike said, yeah, it should be both. Y'all know Granny be going. I don't ask y'all something. I don't know what I asked you guys. I had a feeling that they would be thinking about it. Okay. Oh, y'all talking about it should be both as far as not paying taxes and filing income tax? What y'all talking about? Y'all bring Granny back into the loop. He has at least 2 impeachment against him. Nick _ said, Granny, that's what I've been wondering since he got back into the White House. He has those impeachment on him, guys. I know that a lot of people did not want to see him go to jail, so that's why they voted him in, because while he was running so hard and making those promises, the Supreme Court has said if he's elected president, then they could no longer, they would grant him immunity against all crimes. They cannot arrest a sitting president. And I heard that when he was running. So I said, oh, this dude, he gotta win. If he don't win, he's going to jail. He had to win. It was a matter of life and imprisonment. If he did not win, he was going to go to jail. So a lot of people voted because they didn't want to see him in jail. But he is just out here doing the most. He is doing the most. So guys, we have our poll in. Let's see what our poll is saying. Did you know they want to take away income tax? 35% people say yes, and 65% of the people said no, they did not know that. And that is going to end our poll. Yes, Senator Al Green from Texas initiated a couple of impeachment. Oh, he was riding high today. You heard him. You heard him talking today. Senator Al Green, he wanted to see him impeached. He wanted to see him impeached. Yes, I heard him today talking about it. I heard him talking about it today. So like I said, guys, I'm getting ready to get off here. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope I brought something to you guys. Hope you guys are not leaving the same way you came. I hope you know something that you didn't know when you came in. I hope you learned something today that you didn't know. So I will continue. It's going to get better as Granny get deeper into it. I want to get back like I was 4 years ago. I was just pow, pow, pow. But I fell back because I was obsessed. I don't want to be obsessed about the news. I mean, I woke up with morning. I ate it at lunch. I ate it for dinner. So I'm trying not to get there. But I knew everything that was going on in Washington, D.C. So I'm trying to bring myself back to knowing these things so I can share them with you guys. Gloria said, yes, we did, Granny. So that's all I want to do every day. Give you guys something that you don't know that's going on behind the scene. That's what I want to bring to you guys. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you guys for engaging. I'm in the mood. I'm in a good mood, guys. Let me give away memberships today, guys. Let me give you guys these memberships. Good luck to everybody. Dana. Thank you so much, Dana. She said, great live, Granny. Thank you, Dana. Thank you. I'm so happy. I love when people come into the chat and they can just help me along the way because they hear this stuff as well. That's when it poses, and that's when it makes a very good conversation when everybody knows what's going on. Because you can say, well, I heard this. And yeah, I'm aware of that. And this, I love that. I love that stuff. But listen, guys, good luck to everybody. I'm finna give 5 memberships away. So good luck to everybody. Good luck. Here we go. Let it be my favorite people. And that's all of you guys. Y'all know that. Oh, I ain't seen Life Lesson in a long time. Mike. Is that Mike? Oh, I never said Mike. Lady Justice got one. Michelle Burke. I don't know who that is. Queen Accused. That used to be Judge Fifi's supporter. And Queen 8,000. Guys, I didn't hit none of us. I don't know any of those people except for Life Lesson. I don't know anybody else. Oh, Lady Justice. I don't know her, but I know that at one point she didn't really care for me. But yeah. So look who got the membership, guys. Okay, congratulations to everybody that got a membership. I wish they could give it back so we can do it once more. So for people that I know are going to be here, that want this good information, I just hate to waste them. And a lot of people be like, I don't want it. Okay, but nothing I can do about it. I only want the people that want them to get them. That's what I want. So anyway, I'm going to get in here and get me some dinner. I'm kind of hungry. I haven't ate today. And it's getting later and later. So I love you guys. Nick underscore said laugh out loud. Congrats. Gloria's laughing. Sheila said good night, everybody. So don't you guys forget about Inspiration Morning tomorrow morning. And you guys know what we do on Wednesday, right? Wednesday is Jump the Hump Wednesday, where we get us a good 30-minute sermon before we start our day and go to work. It'll be so good. And I'm going to talk to Holy Spirit this evening. And I'm going to wake up with Holy Spirit in the morning. He's going to guide us and give us a good sermon, something that we can use to get us through the day. Jump the Hump Wednesday coming up on tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Thank you, moderators. I love you guys. Nick underscore, I be forgetting I got so many moderators, I'll be forgetting that you my new moderator. So please forgive me if I don't be saying your name. I just gotta get my brain right, okay? You know I love you, and you know I gave it to you because I wanted you to have it. So please forgive me if I don't be when I be calling out the moderators. I forgot, but I know that you are a moderator. So Nick underscore is my newest moderator. ADHD, Tracy, Mike, Lawanda, Pisces, Miss Carol, Let's Rock. I got a lot of moderator guys. I hope I got everybody. Did I say Lawanda? I better say Lawanda. I better say Lawanda. So yes, Lawanda and Tracy are my top moderators. And so yeah, so those are all of my moderators. I'm covered over here, and I still will add more. I just watch the people how they move in my chat. I can see the love for these people. I know they got my back. You know, they support me. So those are the people that I look for to be moderators. I know we had this one content creator out here, guys. She let her whole chat be her moderator. So when I first heard that, I said, how cool is that? How cool is that? The whole chat is your moderator? But so I got a lot of moderators. I really do. I really do. So anyway, thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys in the morning. Tracy said, you forgot Cam. Oh, no. And I forgot Riri. So y'all, please forgive me. Granny got so many moderators. I'm just going to make a note and write them all down. So when I go down the list, I won't miss anybody. So thank you to all of my moderators. I love you guys. Thank you for your support. I really did forget Cam, and Cam surely do steps in. Like if I can't get Tracy, Mike, Lawanda, ADHD, when I can't get those people to moderate for me, Cam be there. Now Nick underscore, he have been stepping up to the plate. Like when Tracy and I can't come, Nick underscore be there. So yeah, I got very dependable moderators. So I thank you guys so much. Maybe one day I can have a moderator party. Okay. So if God bless me, I will bless you guys. Okay. Always know that. I love you guys, and I will see you guys later. Mwah.